Okay. So, I've just been thinking, as I always do, think. Maybe a bit of overthinking, but I was just thinking about one day celebration on a global type of scale annually, every year, celebrating one day for the foster care children. One day. I mean, everyone's been fighting like mad for years for what they want, and I've been fighting for years for what I think is right, and I think it's only right to do a one-day celebration for the foster care children and how they had to overcome what seems to be more trials and tribulations than an annual type of person who's got the mummy and daddy with them and all the family with them all the time. And foster care children have a fake family. A lot of them are fake, where they will only foster or adopt them for an extremely large amount of money. Yeah. So, yeah, an annual type of event every single year. Tickets, what have you, pirate theme, princess theme, every year. Every year. Yeah. Every year. One day. Because I think if people can celebrate LGBTQ, yeah, and celebrate their own individual beliefs, I think that literally foster care children should at least get one day every single year. Obviously, young, like the children, the actual children, and the fully grown adults attend the events with their children if they have children and take their children to the events. Now, the ones who've been in foster care, their tickets is free. They get free access to this celebration event, what's hosted just for them. The adults who's been in foster care and they've come out of foster care, they can attend for free, and their actual birth children can attend for free that event, dress up if they want to, and then anyone else has to pay for a ticket if they want to attend this event. Yeah, so like £3, £5 for a tickets, and all donations go to foster care children, even though the government get enough money for these foster care children, and a lot of the money never actually hits the foster care children. The adults just start putting their hands in the money, dipping the hand in the pot, like Jade Fennessy, who's been robbing off my foster care children for years and years, and then manipulated legal documentation coming up against me because I was like in foster care and tried to sacrifice me and my 4 children for 40 grand. These type of people never, ever, ever should ever, ever, ever be allowed to work with children again. And these so-called social workers who like to play mind games and think they can sit there staring, smiling, doing a shit ton of black magic, free, doing launching psychic attacks and trying to sacrifice people like me should never be allowed to work with children again. They need to be put in prison for life. They need to be put in prison for life. Sweets, so we've got sweets. So obviously, a lot of sweets, which it is bad for your teeth, but obviously sweets, fruit, sweets will be at that event, and I have said, yeah, relaxing, maybe chamomile tea. Maybe the adults can have chamomile tea on offering. What about that? Yeah, chamomile tea. It's just come out. Type of stuff. Yeah, sweets, cakes, chocolate fountain, marshmallows, fruit for the fruit kebabs. Yeah, that type of stuff. And they can dress up if they want to, pirate and princess theme. Yeah, to make some good memories and to celebrate the strength. Because a lot of them can grow up with suicide, and we've got sleep in reverse. A lot of them can grow up suicidal. because they will see everyone with the mums and dads and all the family proper motting each other out. And then what they will do is they will start rubbing it in the foster care children's faces, how rich and posh their family is, how much their family love them, how much their mummy and daddy buy them things, and all the family support them, give them that emotional support, that financial support, and they'll get the full family and stuff proper, just like, you know, giving him more than what they're needing and rubbing it in the foster care children's faces. Them little runs are not allowed to attend any of these events. They will be banned, all right? That's just my opinion with this message of concern. Them little runs, yeah, who want to keep rubbing it in foster care children's faces will not be allowed to attend. So they will not get on the list. Now, obviously, if there's a foster care children who's been saying, look, that child and that family has been bullying me and picking on me for years, and because I'm on my own and I'm a foster care child and they've been nasty to me, they'll get written off the list to avoid any argument, getting any arguments, to avoid any arguments, kicking off. Obviously, there'll be no alcohol getting served. It'll just be tea, coffee, that type of stuff for the adults. It don't even need to be, well, it could be all day, because obviously there's a lot of children who's been in foster care, and then there's like teenagers who's just left foster care, and then there's adults. So set it out morning. The children, the younger ones, can attend in the morning, 9 to like 12. Then the older ones, they can attend from 12 to 3 o'clock. Then the older ones, 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And then the adults, if they want to go with their older teenagers or something, yeah, something like that. Yeah. Despair. So we've got despair. And then we've got not hiring. And then we've got unexpected income in reverse. All these ones who are in social services, who are dipping their money in the pot, and that money is not actually hitting the foster care children, and they're stealing off the foster care children. They need to be dishonoured. They need to be disgraced. All the child or children who suffered from child sexual abuse from the hands of the foster carers, yeah, they need to be outed, and they need to be disgraced, and they need to be dishonoured, and the children need to get their justice. Now, if there's a foster carer who's like tried to like poison them, sacrifice them, molest them, rape them and stuff like that, then people need to be brought to justice ASAP, because I just do not believe that it's right in the justice system, the way it's set out, for foster care children to get molested and these paedophiles just walk free because they're a foster care child. I think that's absolutely putrid. So on top of that one day celebration, I want everyone on a global scale, foster carers who's been molested in the foster care children, and then the social workers who's been dipping in the pot and stealing from my foster care children, like the Christmas presents, like Fat Cow Jade Fennessy from East Locality Team, Hare, Jimmy Craig, never be allowed to work with foster care children again. They're just arrogant as fuck, and they constantly dip the money. The money what's being funded for the foster care children, it never actually hits the foster care children. They've just been too greedy. Half the foster care children run away from their foster carers because the foster carers are just greedy. The greedy, evil little runts. And then a lot of them will tend to drink drugs and alcohol as a form of coping mechanism, sleep on the streets, that type of stuff. And then we've got these stupid clapped out clout seekers who's had the mammy and daddy with them the whole entire life, had a really good upbringing, had a lot of financial support, emotional support, and they're on more fucking drugs than the fucking foster care kids. Yeah, and they think that they can steal from foster care children, their inheritance. So I want that fucking sorting, and I want these motherfuckers bringing to their bastard knees. I want these motherfuckers bringing to their knees. I want these motherfuckers bringing to their knees. I don't think that they should avoid prison for molesting or doing some sick shit to foster care children, like my fucking foster carer, and then my family and everyone, the whole city council, UK government, Humberside police, whole Crown Court, all turned against me to sacrifice me, to steal my inheritance. On top of that, and snatch my children and sacrifice my children and start falsifying legal documentation. I want every single one who's been joined to that, bring it to their motherfucking knees. I want a full fucking day for celebration of foster care children. Yeah, I don't give a tickety bastard boat if they've got the tongue stuck up the fucking royals' arseholes, darling. Not my king, not my queen. Jesus Christ is my king. Distant horizons, coughing in reverse, a mature woman. Well, obviously, there's always trying to like end me for my own inheritance, and they don't like that he's got high spiritual ranking, and they're a set of low rank cranks. So distant horizons, everyone's going to prison for coming up against me and stealing my inheritance and sacrificing me, my children, manipulating my children, yeah, trying to steal my inheritance. It's absolutely disgusting. Prison, and then unexpected income in reverse, and then gifts. So they start giving money, stolen money. These type of people who do them evil acts start giving gifts of stolen money to judges, a corrupt judge. So I want these corrupt judges linking to whole Crown Court, Humberside Police, Preston Police, my family, my ex's family, all them friends who want to stick tongues up each other's arseholes because they want secret society, Illuminati protection for doing some sick shit, need to be brought to their knees. It needs to stop, right? They could have given me my justice years back, what was rightfully mine, but they thought, nah, it's a foster care child. We're going to refuse to bring this foster care child justice because all the family's greedy. The UK government's greedy as hell. They're all putrid at number fucking 10. Putrid UK fucking government who all deserve to go to fucking prison, set of low rank cranks. And 18th of March should be the celebration day. Should be the celebration day for foster care children, and they deserve justice.